Hi, Earth signs. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am here with your September outlook already. I don't know where the summer went, but I, for one, am extremely excited about fall. I think you guys can probably already sense the energy in August it's just been beautiful. Some of the things that have been ushered in after all of the intense retrogrades and all of those things. So I'm very excited about it. And Earth signs, it is Virgo season, so it'll be especially profound for you. And we have the fall equinox coming up. So there's just a lot happening. It's just a beautiful time to be on Earth right now. So I'm getting a head start on these, trying to do them early because I will be heading out of town next week. But I will be doing most likely doing the soul connections new moon reading remotely, so that will be fun. Hopefully I can show you guys some new scenery when I'm there, so by the beach. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to use the Star Tarot. Spirit guides, ascended masters, please use me as a clear channel to bring a message to reflect the birth signs. Birth signs for Capricorn Taurus. What messages do we have for September for Earth signs? Whoa, a lot of energy in here. September and Earth signs. All right, so that's the cards. Let's see what we've got. Well, that isn't that beautiful. You guys got a good one to start, so let's see what else. Oh man, my. All right. Oh. Wow. Move these out of the way. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have going on here. It's definitely romantic. I mean, there's really not much doubt about that. Let's see here. So there's a couple different scenarios I'm picking up on here. The first card that came out right off the bat is the Star. I mean, that to me is one of the most beautiful cards. It to me represents fated events, destiny, um, divine intervention is what I just heard. That's not normally, I mean, normally that's a tower that you get with that, but for me, I'm just getting that the Star is sending out, yeah, that's exactly what's like. Many of you guys know I talk about that I firmly kind of have this knowing that I came from Sirius. That's my home star. We've been pummeled with light waves, solar flares, all kinds of energy coming in, pouring into us over the summer. It's just intensifying, I feel like, daily. And you can see she's putting her toes in this pool of water that's got like the spiritual spiral that's almost like the Reiki symbol. I don't know if you can see that, but I love the image. This is why I love these cards. They bring about so many messages. Every time I look at them, I see something different. Yeah, and the butterflies and the different rainbows flying, the rainbow colors flying around her. I don't know if you can see that, but to me that symbolizes spiritual awakening. So this is a time of definite progress and ascension, big time, that many of you are going through. So there's a couple of different things I'm picking up on. Some of you may have two different potential suitors. If you're divine feminine watching, you could have a fire sign and a fellow earth sign that are both here. You may, what I'm showing is the foundation of the reading, the current energy is a King of Pentacles. So that would be the earth energy. It could just be a solid, it doesn't have to be an earth sign. The energy is a solid masculine energy, somebody who has their shit together, right? Somebody who is ready to grow and create a new life with you. a new beginning. So what you may be blind, and I get it, that this is fated. I think that this of the two, if you're choosing between the two, I think the earth, the Pentacles is the fated one. I think that the fire, the passion, you may be getting frustrated waiting for this king to come forward, and you might be blocking this destined connection because you're seeking out passion somewhere else. You're getting distracted maybe by sacral energy, by ego, by fire, by passion, something like that. I also am hearing possibly past wounds, something that maybe closed out during Leo season too. Maybe you had a realization that that wasn't your path forward. I think that you have been manifesting, you've been putting things into motion because you've got the Three of Wands. You've been really using that Lionsgate energy that we had this month to work on implementing this new beginning that you're wanting. You're wanting this new beginning with this person, with your divine counterpart, Ace of Swords. This is about action. It's about moving forward. And the beautiful thing is the action card that you guys have for September is the Hierophant. And you guys know, you guys who watch my videos regularly, you know that this card to me is about spiritual union. It is absolutely a card of spiritual union. It's also known as the High Priest as well. But I mean, just look at the way there's a dove, there's again the Reiki symbol, there's that crown, that divine light going up. I mean, it's just, yeah, that's the action forward. So I think it's like once you decide who, and you have this realization that maybe you had either another masculine or just these desires, of you wanting something to happen that wasn't happening fast enough. Once you kind of have this realization of whatever that issue is and you heal it, okay, you heal it and you focus on, you just get to this place where everything clicks and you're like, oh my God, okay, the wheel is turning, right? The wheel is turning. For me, like Queen of Pentacles, that's who I am, right? And I know who my counterpart is. I know who this person is. I know what I need to do now to manifest this. Once you do that, it's like, boom, the wheel's going to turn. These unions are going to start taking place, like, quickly. That's what I'm getting. Definitely, I've been getting that in other readings I've been doing, for the collective. You guys know, if you watch those videos, that seems to be happening. I mean, you've been on this journey a long time. You've been trying to find balance. See the light and the dark. The Nine of Wands. I mean, especially if you're divine feminine, I'm getting that there's a lot. But we have divine feminine and masculine energy. All of us do, but usually somebody identifies predominantly as masculine or feminine. So yeah, I mean, it's been a long journey. It's been a long process, but you've been starting to manifest things. And the other thing I was getting too is that this could be a message of, if it's not resonating, that you maybe had two different people that you were trying to choose from on this path. It could just be that you had to come in balance with yourself, with your masculine and feminine king, queen, pentacles, to get yourself into that, your own union within you, right? I mean, that has to happen. Some of you may not know who your counterpart is. And so the healing that you're doing, maybe you weren't quite healed enough because you were focused so much on external things outside of you, and thinking, well, I've done enough. When are my blessings coming? When is it going to happen? But then I think there's been some realizations with this energy in August coming in of exactly I think, I don't want to say kind of, it's been very strong that we've been guided and having like epiphanies, realizations, dreams, strong, just things with all this light coming in. We've just been pummeled like from all angles, that it's just, you just start to kind of know, you're like, okay, everything's clicking. You're like, oh my God, this is why this happened. This is why this happened. It led me to this. It led me to this realization. So things are really starting to come together. And that's absolutely beautiful. But again, it's been a long journey to get here, but guess what? I mean, I'm hearing we're very, very close. This balance of union within, guess what it's going to bring? Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you guys know this is one of the best cards. I mean, it's like the fairy tale happy ending, which we know that we're not supposed to focus on that part of the journey. But I'm just saying, even if, like you've got, if this is resonating, you've gotten to the point where you've let go of a person to where you are detached enough that you're willing to have somebody else come in, right? And I think maybe for some of you, you took that too far and kind of just really like just wanted to be done and go down a different path. Um, but it's a beautiful thing that you could get to that point because you've realized it doesn't necessarily have to be a fairy tale happy ending with the person you thought originally, right? And when you get to that point, the universe, I think, has come down and said, okay, whoa, they're they're starting to try to pull you back on track. And it's kind of like it's judgment day. It's judgment day. It's here. It's time. It's time for this to come together, right? And so some of you maybe kind of put the gauntlet down on situations. You tried to walk away, move on, but I think you're kind of circling back and realizing, okay, Four of Cups, like there's sort of like this missed opportunity here. You were kind of thinking that it wasn't going to happen for you, but I mean, look at what we've got. We've got Six of Pentacles, putting in the work, tangible, solid effort. Three of Cups, celebration. And I'm not getting, some of you, I guess this could denote you still have a third party situation. If you're not on the divine counterpart path, I mean, I'm pretty sure whoever is watching this is because we've got the Hierophant here and Judgment, but and the Star. But it doesn't have to necessarily be that way. But, if you're in a third party situation, again, what I'm seeing is you've got this king of pentacles here, somebody who wants to offer you something solid, tangible, real, and this king of wands is blocking this destined path from coming forward. So just keep that in mind. I don't know that, I mean, there's really not, it's just very beautiful. I think it's just about making a decision, following your intuition. I mean, you've got the wheel turning, you've got the Hierophant moving things forward in the repelling position. You've got the Star in the first position. You've got Judgment. I mean, this is some very strong energy. There is maybe some healing that still needs to be done because we do have the Star in the first position. So I guess with that, I was compelled to pull the past life deck and bring that out. So let's see what past life issue comes out. If there's anything, kind of some clearing that needs to be done. That was under. Let's see okay, so this is beautiful. And the past life doesn't necessarily have to be, literally past lives. It could be your past in this life. It can be your childhood. It can be, an abusive relationship or something like that that you were in. So you've got scribe or writer, and forgiveness. So I think that it might help for you to write a letter to somebody that you need to forgive, even if it's yourself. Okay, write it out and burn it. And you can do that at any time. It's really powerful to do it at a full moon, but you don't necessarily have to do that. It's just very freeing to write these things out. You may also, again, if you are on this divine partnership journey, there's definitely a call to forgive, because see, we've got the two doves here, which can represent the twin flames, to forgive them for everything that's happened. Again, I feel like I have to repeat myself sometimes, but I don't want to. You don't ever forgive abuse, right? If you're in an abusive dynamic, then I don't believe that a twin flame would be abusive to you and purposefully mean. So keep that in mind. That doesn't mean, be a doormat and take over, or accept any type of behavior. But I'm just talking about the general triggering that we go through on this journey when they, ghost you, or when they go back to exes, or they don't make time, or they have the ways of triggering your deepest wounds. Focus on the beauty of what they've done for you and how that's changed your life. Forgive them, right? Heal those wounds. You may need to go in and do some of that. Again, writing is very powerful. Let's see, I'm also called to pull from the Unicorn Oracle. Let's see what message we've got for Earth signs. Okay. This is so amazing, you guys. We got partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. So this is what I'm getting about, Nine of Wands moving into the Ten of Pentacles, right? That you feel like you've done the share, you've done your share of this burden. You want to share the burden with your partner. You want to work on things together, and I'm seeing that a lot of that is going to start happening because we've got the Six of Pentacles coming out. So it's really just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And not to mention, guess what else came out? Polarity. Integrate your shadow side. There can be no light without dark. Understand the law of polarity. So I think this, look at this, the black and white. You guys, you can't make this up. You've got, I was just talking about the Nine of Wands. You've got a black and white wolves on there, and I think these are unicorns. Yeah, these are, this is the unicorn deck. Of course, it's unicorns. Sorry, guys. It's been a long week, and I'm apparently a little distracted at the moment. But no, this is absolutely beautiful. And this also, the polarity, this could be a message for those of you who I was saying might need to still balance your masculine and feminine energy, or there might be some more shadow work that you need to do. So I thought this was odd, and I was like, I don't need to have the Twin Flame Shadow deck out. I'm not doing a soul connection reading, but guess what? It wants to be here, and there's a reason. So let's see what shadows. Actually, no, this is the Twin Flame messages. See, I told you guys I was disorganized. I put all my stuff away. But let's just see what this is. Let's see what message comes out. Hold it for a reason. All right, and I do have some healing cards. The grass wasn't greener on the other side. So I think that's getting to the thing I said earlier about if you have a counterpart who went to an ex, and maybe you haven't fully forgiven them, even if they're coming back to you. If you're still feeling insecure, feeling hurt, feeling resentment of some sort, I'm getting that that's something that needs to come out, and that needs to be cleared. I do have some angel therapy cards. You guys had a pretty clear message this week. So everything that comes out just wants to be about unions, it seems like. You are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. So this is, remember what I said at the beginning, for some of you, about awakening, ascension, the chakras lighting up. This is, some of you earth signs, you or the person you're dealing with, if you're on the soul connection, journey path, whatever you want to call it. I think this is a message that you need to step into your power and mission and do those things with or without somebody. But I think this is confirmation that the masculines are starting to awaken. They're starting to have crazy shit happen, is what I'm getting. Manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. We just talked about manifesting. And ear chakras. Notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. My ears have been going crazy probably the last week or two. It's like constantly. I don't know if something is if it's just I'm hearing higher frequencies. It's just kind of like I'll get this weird pressure, like it's going to open and then it goes away and then it does that. And it's like, I don't know. And then I'm getting all kinds of download things. I don't even know what's happening. There's been an explosion of energy just since Lionsgate, I feel like. Let's see, guys. your general spread, there was just kind of like the one message, and it was pretty clear. So I have time to pull some additional cards for you, which hopefully will get some different messages out. If anybody's still sticking around that's not on the twin flame path, maybe there's some general message that'll come out that'll help you. Sacred Power reading cards. Anna Stark. Boundaries and Animal Kingdom. So I'm getting that, yeah, some of you, I mean, this is pretty clear. Some of you need to set boundaries. Notice there's a new moon, and we have a new moon coming up on the 30th next week. So, you know, don't be afraid as you're ascending, right? The star awakening, things may not resonate anymore. People, places, situations. It's okay to say no. See how they're climbing up this ladder towards the white, towards the divine, and they're leaving people behind. You may have to do that on this journey, and you can't feel guilty about it. I mean, you can do it in a tactful manner, you can do it in a kind manner, but it's okay to say no, because you've got to protect your energy. You've got to protect your energy, and sometimes it's just, you know, you might just need to cut, even if it's temporary, but it might be permanent. You might just need to cut somebody out. I'm getting that. And then Animal Kingdom, and this is just what we were talking about, ear chakras as far as signs, hearing things, but you may also see different animals. I know I have been getting bombarded with insects lately. I mean, it's just insane. Like, I think I told you guys this, I don't remember on what video, but, you know, I had that random, like, whatever it ended up being, a katydid or grasshopper that rode in my car. It just appeared out of nowhere, and I have pictures of it. Rode in my car, and I had a grasshopper hop up, like, over my foot as I was walking out work the other day, and a huge one, a green one, and they're about new beginnings. I've had crickets appearing. I mean, I don't ever get bugs in my apartment. I don't know. I had this huge cricket that scared me half to death, but it was hopping around, and then I was at the vet with my cat, just getting him checked out, just a general checkup. And there was a baby cricket that hopped in the room. I'm like, what the heck? And then I had a spider, and I had ants, not in the apartment, but ants like that'll just end up crawling over my feet outside, or just, it's flies. It's just crazy. And I've had, I literally, and oh, I had a moth. A moth has been shown to me in several instances. And at one, I was sitting on my patio, and it landed on my glass on the table. And then I was at a concert last night, and a moth like flew into my chest, like right into my heart chakra. It flew into my chest, and I'm just now having a realization of what that means. Moths are about hidden truths, hidden secrets. Probably that if it flew into my chest is like, oh, this person has they're hiding their feelings. It's really amazing. You need to pay attention to these, to animals and things that you, they're sending you messages. And insects especially, they're very powerful spirit totems for new beginnings, and when you start manifesting things. I don't know, I'd be curious. Feel free to leave a comment, or, you know, message me if you're getting any visits from insects all of a sudden. I had dragonflies random too. I was walking into work today, and a dragonfly was I was like, what the heck is this doing here? So really cool. I just think beautiful things are happening. And I think you earth signs, I'm here, you know, a lot of you are earth angels, you earth signs. I'm a Taurus moon and rising. So I've got a lot of earth in my chart as well. And those of us, you guys on this path, it's no joke. The shit's getting real. The shit's getting real. And it's absolutely, it's a beautiful time to be alive. It's been challenging to be a light bearer, to undergo these changes and these things on the front end, but to kind of see other people around you start to awaken. Other people, I had a friend just she channeled something for me, and her eyes started glowing, and she didn't even remember what she said, but it actually was a very profound thing that ended up propelling things forward for me this week on my own journey. So it's just crazy. Like, I don't even know. I feel like my life is a movie. You can't even make this stuff up. So, again, just pay attention to the things going on around you, rest, and work on balancing your energy. Because I feel like for some of you, you're balancing your energy. For some of you, it's choose a path, choose which person you're going to pursue, which path you're going to pursue, and just flow with everything and start manifesting. We saw the manifestation with the Three of Wands, with that card, and then this is your action forward right here. Connect to the divine. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, everybody. I hope you have an amazing month, and I will see you soon.